Dear students, it's my pleasure to welcome everyone. I am Dr. P. Jacinta, Assistant Professor of English, Virudhunagar Hindu Nadar, Sendil Kumara Nadar College, Virudhunagar. Today, I am going to present the topic sentence pattern. Before going into the topic, we should know about the definitions for sentence, sentence pattern and sentence components. First, we should see about the definition of sentence. What is sentence? A sentence is the largest unit in any language. In English, it begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop or a question mark or an exclamatory symbol. The sentence is generally defined as a word or a group of words that expresses a thorough idea by giving a statement, order, or asking a question or exclamation. This slide is about sentence pattern. What is sentence pattern? A sentence pattern is an arrangement of words. This arrangement need to be in a grammatically correct structure. It means the placement of verbs and nouns should be correct to form a meaningful sentence. To make a sentence needs sentence components. In English, there are 5 components are there to make a meaningful sentence. S for subject, V for verb, O for object, C for complement, and finally A for adjunct. Let us see the definitions for the sentence components one by one. First, we are going to see the definition for the subject. What is subject? A subject is the person or thing that is being described or is doing something. See the example, Mary is singing. In this example, Mary is the subject of the sentence and the word Mary refers the person. See the next example, the pencil is blue. In this example, pencil is the subject of the sentence and the word pencil refers the thing. You should always remember that subject always refers the person or thing. The second sentence component is verb. What is verb? A verb is a word that shows action done by the subject. See the examples. The first example is jumping girl. Here the girl does the action jump. So here jumping is the verb. The second example is the baby sleeps. Here the baby does the action sleeps. So sleeps is the verb. The third example is a man eats a burger. Here a man does the action eats. So eats is the verb. And you should remember that verb always refers action only. The third sentence component is object. Objects always receive the actions of verbs. In English, we have 2 kinds of objects. They are direct object and indirect object. Let us see the definitions for direct object and indirect object. Direct object receive the verb's action directly and indirect object receive the verb's action indirectly. There is a note that indirect objects can only be nouns or pronouns. Let us see the types of objects. First, we see about the direct object. A direct object answers the question what or who. See the example. David repaired his car. In this example, his car is the object. So, we can frame question with the help of the word what. What did David repair? The answer is his car. So, his car is the direct object of the verb repair. See the next example. He invited Mary to the party. Here, the word Mary refers the person. So, we can frame the question with the help of the word who. Who did he invite? The answer is Mary. So, Mary is the direct object of the verb invited. The next type of object is indirect object. An indirect object answers the question to whom and for whom. See the example. They sent him a postcard. Here, how can we frame a question? To whom did they send a postcard? The answer is him. So, him is the indirect object. See the next example. He bought his son a bike. Here, we can frame the question with the help of for whom. For whom did he buy a bike? The answer is his son. So, his son is the indirect object. The fourth sentence component is complement. A complement is a word or group of words that completes the meaning begun by the subject and verb. Complements are of four kinds. They are direct object, indirect object, predicate nominatives, and predicate adjectives. We already saw about the direct object and indirect object. These direct object and indirect object are said to be object complements. The third one and the fourth one, that is predicate nominatives and predicate adjectives, are both called subject complements. Let us see about the definitions for predicate nominatives and predicate adjectives. Predicate nominative is the noun or pronoun that comes after a linking verb. What is linking verb? It is nothing but be verbs. For example, is, am, or, was, were, etc. See the example. Ben is a fireman. Can read Ben equals to fireman without changing the point. In this example, fireman is the predicate nominative and it refers the noun Ben only. So it is said to be the predicate nominative. Now we see about the definition for predicate adjective. Predicate adjective also tend to appear after a linking verb and provide more information about the subject of a sentence. See the example. Jack is handsome. Here, Jack is the subject and handsome is the predicate adjective because handsome refers the quality of Jack only. So, it is said to be the predicate adjective. The last sentence component is adjunct. The meaning of the sentence is complete even without the adjunct. That is, without adjunct, the sentence is meaningful. Sometimes doubt may arise regarding the adjunct, whether the word after the verb is a complement or adjunct. So we can identify the adjunct by asking the question with the WH words, that is why, when, where, how. See the example. He ate a cake yesterday. How can we ask the question? When did he eat a cake? The answer is yesterday. So yesterday is the adjunct. It provides extra information to the sentence. So it is said to be the adjunct. See the next example. He kept his books at home. How can we frame the question? Where did he keep his books? The answer is at home. Here, at home is the adjunct and it provides additional information to the sentence. You should always remember that without adjunct, the sentence is meaningful only. Now we will see about the sentence pattern types. In English language, we have 7 types of sentence patterns. First one, SV pattern. second one SVO pattern, third one SVC pattern, fourth one SVOO, that is direct object and indirect object. Fifth one SVOC pattern, sixth one SVA pattern, and the seventh one is SVOA pattern. I am going to teach you only these 5 sentence patterns. First one SVC pattern, second one SVOC pattern, here it refers adjective. Third one SVOC pattern, here it refers noun or noun equivalent. Fourth one SVA pattern, and the fifth one is SVOA pattern. First, we see about the SVC pattern, that is subject plus verb plus complement. Here, it complements the subject, that is, it tells something about the subject. Without it, the meaning changes. Without complement, the sentence is incomplete or the sentence changes its meaning. See the example, they are players. In this example, they is the subject or is the verb and players is the complement. Here, if you remove the word players from the sentence means the sentence is incomplete. So, you should remember that a sentence needs complement, and without complement the sentence is incomplete or meaningless. Let us see more examples for SVC pattern. See the tabular column. In this tabular column, the first column refers the subject, the second column refers the verb, and the third column refers the subject complement, and it is divided into noun, adjectives and adverbs. See the first 3 examples. He is our engineer, they are our neighbors, and those are our fields. In these examples, the words our engineer, our neighbors and our fields refers only the noun. See the next 3 examples. The food is delicious, the play was superb, and the program was entertaining. In these examples, the words delicious, superb and entertaining is said to be adjective because it qualifies the noun. See the last 3 examples. He is in the next room. It was late at night. God is everywhere. Here, in these examples, the words in the next room, late at night and everywhere is said to be adverbs because it qualifies the verb. Next pattern is SVOC pattern, that is subject plus verb plus object plus complement. Here the complement refers only the adjective. The complement tells about the object. The complement and object are of the same person or thing. See the example, they called David a genius. In this example, the word genius is said to be the adjective and it refers the person David only. Let us see more examples for SVOC pattern. See the tabular column. The first column refers the subject, the second column refers the verb, the third column refers the object, and the fourth column refers the object complement. See the examples. The noise drove him mad. That case made the lawyer famous. He printed the car green. We found the house empty. Robin thought the plan impracticable. We find the cost of living rather high. We consider the matter very important. In all the examples, the object complement, that is adjective, refer only the object. That is, both the object and object complement are of same person or thing. The next pattern is SVOC pattern, that is subject plus verb plus object plus complement. Here the complement refers noun or noun equivalent. An object complement always follows the direct object and either renames or describes the direct object. Let us see more examples for SVOC pattern. See the tabular column. The first column refers the subject, the second column refers the verb, The third column refers the object and the fourth column refers the object complement. We elected Gopal president of the union. They made me secretary of the class. They have named the baby Christopher. They found the place a desert. We choose Govind our teacher. In all the examples, the object complement is followed by the direct object only. Next pattern is SVA pattern, that is subject plus verb plus adjunct. Adjunct answers the questions why, that is reason, when refers time, where refers place, and how refers manner. The use of adjunct is optional, whereas complement is essential. See the examples. As I was late, I did not get a seat. Mahesh got up early. My father works in Bangalore. Mani writes beautifully. You should remember that adjunct is optional. To find out the adjunct, you can frame the questions with the help of WH words why, when, where, and how. If it answers means it is said to be adjunct. Slide is about the formation of adjuncts in sentences. First one SVA pattern, second one VA pattern, third one SVOA pattern, fourth one SVCA pattern, fifth one SVDOIOA pattern, sixth one AASVO pattern, seventh one SAVAA pattern, eighth one AASVDOIO pattern, ninth one AASVOAA pattern, and the 10th one ASVOCA pattern. These are all the examples for the formation of adjuncts in sentences, and it can take place in the beginning and also in the end of the sentence. In a single sentence, adjunct can take place twice or more than twice because it gives only the additional information to the sentence. Let us see the formation of adjunct in sentences. First one, she comes every day. Here, every day is the adjunct. Second one, sit here. Here, the word here is the adjunct. Third one, he drives the car slowly. In this example, slowly is the adjunct. Fourth one, Muthu has been an officer for 10 years. Here, for 10 years is said to be the adjunct. Fifth one, we present gift to our friends on birthdays. Here, on birthdays is said to be the adjunct. Sixth one, this morning at 5, I heard a noise. So, in this sentence, this morning at 5 is said to be the adjunct and it takes place in the beginning of the sentence. Seventh one, we rarely go to the beach during weekends. Here, to the beach during weekends is said to be the adjunct. Eighth one, every year on New Year's Eve, they distribute cake and sweets to all the guests. In this example, every year on New Year's Eve is said to be the adjunct. Ninth one, every morning at 5, the mullah chants prayers at the mosque without fail. In this example, every morning at 5 comes in the beginning and at the mosque without fail comes in the end is said to be the adjunct. 10th one, in the end, the judge declared the accused innocent after the trial. In this example, in the end, it comes in the beginning and after the trial, it comes in the end is said to be the adjunct. First pattern is SVOA pattern, that is subject plus verb plus object plus adjunct. See the examples. The boy kicks the ball with force. She made a new dress yesterday. The kidnapper locked the child in a lonely house. He threw the chair out. She invited the guest to get in. In all the examples, adjunct take place in the end and at the same time it gives only the extra information to the sentence. Without adjunct, the sentence is meaningful. Hope you enjoy listening this video lesson. Have a great day. Thank you.